Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brad, and you are live on Topp eSports and Signature eSports.
Hey, this is Fireball Woody here. Good boogly woogly, let's go racing!
Here they come. Fans are all on their feet. Green flag is in the air.
Is it going to be a two-tire stop, four-tire stop, or are they just going to push through the mud? Maybe just do a splash and go and get out there, try to finish this race. Just in tear shape, some of those two.
Oop, they're hard in turn one. Look out. All right, y'all better look out. Here comes Tire Saver, Mr. Tommy D.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, and we are ready to go racing live from Iowa Raceway. Some of the best racing on iRacing. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature eSports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge. Simulcasting on Topp eSports. What a day it is. We're going to have some Graham Construction Xfinity Series racing, and of course, and always, I'm joined in the broadcast booth this fine Tuesday evening with the King of Phoenix himself, Mr. Byron Jones. Byron, how are you doing today?
I'm doing awesome today, Jason. How are you doing?
Oh, you know, I can't complain. They're out there practicing right now, folks, and I wanted to start the show a little bit earlier than what we normally do because we have a lot to go over and a lot to get through, some of which is special guests and things like that that we want to get into and talk to the new folks out there that are joining across to all of the platforms and all of the channels. Topp eSports on Facebook, Signature eSports on Facebook. I just got rated by Kelva. Appreciate you, Texas Kelva. He is out there in one of the best get-ups known to man, so to speak, from the Yellowstone. He's the new television show Yellowstone. He is dressed up by Kip Wheeler, by like Rip Wheeler out there. Man, it was incredible to get into his stream and be able to give some subs and see what he's doing out there. So much love for the raid out there. We got a couple of raids out there, and I appreciate every one of them. Thank you very much for becoming followers over at Signature eSports on Twitch. YouTube is another platform. We simulcast across 6 different platforms, and it's a pleasure to have everybody here. So thank you very much for doing so. A couple of things. Michigan 160, 80 laps, one of the fastest speedways out there. It's going to be a ton of fun, and we're going to see the draft be very important. What is your expectation of the race today, Byron?
I'm expecting these guys to be close, tight racing for maybe the first 10 laps and possibly falling off. Tires, I gotta say, is one of the huge key points when you look into a race like this. Guys gotta know how they conserve their tires if they want to make the late runs. Only 80 laps, though. We say only, but it is going to be more than enough. Action-packed racing. I expect to see these guys side by side fighting for position all throughout the entire race, Jason.
Volsfan_88 just subscribed.
Thank you, Volsfan. Thank you, Teal72. Appreciate you gifting subs out there. We're going to have a ton of fun. And I've got a big special guest there. I'm going to go ahead and throw up right now because they're going to be qualifying here. We're going to watch these drivers do it. But here's the keys to success from a special guest that was gifted over to us over here for Signature Esports and Topp Esports. Take a look at this.
Larry McReynolds here with NASCAR on Fox. Now, I wanted to do this from the Charlotte Fox studio, but I'm not going to be there for a few days as we're closing out this 2021 NASCAR season. Hard to believe the season is about over. But I did want to reach out to you because a friend of yours, Brandon Ward, tells me you've got an Xfinity Series race coming up at Michigan International Speedway. Very fast 2-mile track. Your number 88 Sly Fox Chevrolet Camaro. So what I wanted to do, Topp Esports, like I do a lot of times for the NASCAR races, I wanted to give you 3 keys to win this race and get the victory lane. So here's key number 1. That is a wide 2-mile racetrack. Don't be afraid to move the car around. Find where it's the fastest. Find where the most grip is. It might be at the bottom. It might be at the middle. It might be all the way up against the wall. And it might be different in turns 1 and 2 than it is in 3 and 4. Don't be afraid to move that car around. Now, with the track being as fast as it is, the draft will come into play. The draft works well on the straightaways, but you might need to tuck that left front corner out in the corners where you don't pick up that old arrow push. Down the straightaways, stay as tucked up as close as you can. Get advantage of that draft, but maybe tuck that left front fender out in clean air when you're in the corners. And the biggest thing, Topp Esports, beware of the exit of turn 2. Your car may be driving great, but because the banking falls off, it never fails. We see drivers get in big trouble and get into the outside wall off turn 2. So give yourself a little bit of room, a little bit of margin of error there. So again, hopefully these 3 keys help you at Michigan and your Xfinity Series car. And good luck, stay safe, and take care, Topp Esports.
From the man himself, the best crew chief in the world, in my opinion, Mr. Larry McReynolds. Thanking to Brandon Ward for getting that for us. That is a cameo. If you have not had the opportunity to get a cameo, like a little birthday wish or something like that, and you're a huge race fan, go out there and support Larry because that's absolutely awesome. And some big keys here. We talk about how this racetrack develops, and he had some great insight about being able to move around this racetrack. The full-on drive here is going to be about what these drivers are going to be able to do in the draft and where they're going to be able to put this. Because you can't run next to the yellow line. If you run next to the yellow line, what happens to you, Byron?
You're going to find yourself up in that wall or spinning around because you're down on it. And for some reason, it seems like there's a little gap there between the line, between walls, and then the bottom part is just that car picks up and throws you around.
Finding the second groove, finding the third groove, maybe running it against the wall. We're going to see what these drivers are going to be able to do. They're going to finish up qualifying here as we're going to take a little hydrate break. And I was mistaken. Volsfan_88 out there just gifted 5 community subs. So thank you very much on Twitch for that. Much love to you. I appreciate you, Terry. Hopefully you're having a fantastic evening out there. Hopefully everybody out there is having a fantastic evening. We're going to take a small little hydrate break while they finish up qualifying. We'll go over the race information at the starting grid.
Unknown
right
reacted with a like. Fairfield Motorsports in Montoursville is your weekend adventure headquarters. Get out and do more. If it's fast and fun and brings smiles to faces year-round, we have it. Our huge showroom is stocked full of new and pre-owned Yamahas, Kawasaki's, Suzuki's, Kymco's, and Argos. Plus, Fairfield Motorsports is the area's only Traxxas retailer, the fastest name in RC. And we have all the parts and accessories to go with them. For all the coolest toys for big girls and boys, visit Fairfield Motorsports in Montoursville, your weekend adventure headquarters.
Just a little bit of love for our sponsors while we waited there. We're going to get the starting grid knocked out for you while they get ready to pace around. They're starting to load in. Rule Thane's going to be your pole sitter today. Fastest lap out there in qualifying, but he was only fastest by 3/1000ths of a second. Matthew Fleming's going to be the outside pole sitter. Man, oh man. Nick Pressey and Tommy Delago, that's going to be your second row. Levi McCarty, Fletcher Quigley, Ryan Palmer, John Capps will make up the first four rows. Trevor Zalesny and Brad Kirby will make up row number 5. Joe Tardif out there, the number 48. It's going to have Robert Dewey in the number 89. And we'll move down the grid. Byron, go ahead and take the rest of them.
Or sitting up in row number 7, the 43 of Cole Thomas and the 46 of Sean Kastritza. I'm sorry, am I reading that out right? Yeah, I am. Sorry. Right behind them will be the 39 of Dominic Rebai and the 233 of Tony Wrestler. Following behind them will be the 32 of Fireball Woody and the 6 of Reese Kelva. Right behind those guys is the 77 of 7 Crawford. Man, that is a mouthful. And then the 61 of Anthony Zirkle. And of course, Mr. James up there, I believe he is race control, or maybe he is down on the track, but it looks like he's going to be followed up behind 006 of Bobby. And then turn around and, of course, starting in last, was talking about having potential PC issues. We'll have to see if he's all fixed now. 88 of Brandon Ward.
Ton of fun for everybody. Thank you to everybody out there. Stephanie's out there watching from Buckeye, Arizona. Good to see you out there. I'm excited. Thank you for all the new likes.
Gaming is now
Thanks
following.
For the new follows. Thank you to everything out there. They're going to pace around here. We are going to actually take a look at the race information. 80 laps here for the drivers, and this is brought to you by Fairfield Auto Group. Go to fairfieldautogroup.com to find out more. Graham Construction, absolutely killer Xfinity Series to be able to be a part of here, so I appreciate everybody. We're going to have 5 sets of tires, 70% on the fuel strategy here, and 1 fast repair for the drivers. So if they get into something, I tell you what, they're going to have some. They're going to have a way to fix that. 108 degrees on the track temperature means it's blistering hot early on, and the 71-degree air temperature means that track's going to cool off super fast. 63% humidity, sticky tires, partly cloudy skies means fast zones, hot zones, cold zones. They're going to have a ton of fun. 2 miles in length, 80 laps, ready to go. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to let Byron take them all the way to green.
Rule Thane and Matthew Fleming going to be your outside row as they are nearing the start of this 80-lap endurance race from Michigan International Speedway. Green flag is waving. Cars are taking off. 60 of Rule Thane, 8 of Matthew Fleming. Going to be side by side through the start finish. 94 of Nicholas Pressey. Going to be right behind him, giving him a big old shove. Rule Thane already out to somewhat of a good lead to be able to block both lanes. 94 of Nicholas getting a little bit squirrely, but he's going to keep it right where he is. Man, Rule already starting to get some sort of a length between everybody right now, Jason.
That's not going to last very long. Rule Thane into turn 3. The draft package here, it's like a super speedway for this racetrack. They're going to be able to make that inside line work for a little bit, but I look to see this draft kind of pick up and see some bumper-to-bumper action. Good to see everybody out there. Make sure that you give a like and follow, hit the notification bell so that you know when we all go live. Top Esports, Signature Esports, of course, and always. I love to see it. 94, a little bit high on the wall back there. Turn 1, turn 2, it's busy. Multi-groove racing already here.
As you saw back there, they were 3 wide competing for third place. The 86 of Thomas Delago has found himself sitting in the third place position after being able to break away from the pack just a tad. But the 8 of Matthew Fleming also looking to break away from the pack, as you see behind him, 94, 18, and 54, trying to apply some sort of pressure. And then nobody's got any pressure for that 60 of Rule Thane. That 86, though, looking to catch up to him.
Speaking of the number 18, Levi McCarty's on one of our driver onboard cameras, brought to you by Fairfield Auto, as his camera is not connected. Something happened there. What's going on? Did I do something here? Hopefully I didn't do anything here. Hopefully everything's working. He's there. Oh man, Mr. Zirkle is out. But you know what? You know what we can do? I can change cameras because this guy right here, I love him. And we're going to throw him in there. He's not the number 18, but he is definitely driving one hell of a paint scheme, and not just a paint scheme, but he's best in our hearts. Where did he go? I'm trying to find him on the relative, folks. Forgive the. There he is, Mr. Kelva. He's driving the number 6 machine. We're going to take a look. He is driving on board here, and he's all in our hearts. He is in character. He's ready to go. And let's ride along with him for just a moment. Mr. Calvin, that draft is working for you. It's right there behind the 48. He's got a little bit of work to do to get himself back to the front, but Joe Tardif there, he's up 5 spots already to 19th. As he's rolling through the gears. Let's go and we're going to take a look at our other ones. We've got Mr. Zirkle here. He's going to be in the mix. Let's find Mr. Zirkle. I know that he was on the track. Something's going on with that. I can't see what's going on there. So, but he is there as they are rolling. Fireball Woody is on the track as well. We're going to see where Mr. Woody is. Where is Fireball? There he is. He is coming around the track. He is concentrated. Look at that. He is absolutely killing it right there. The number 32 having a better day. I told him to be patient. We talked about the race earlier, and that's exactly what he's doing. 6 laps in, and that is what we're seeing.
Yeah, I'm not seeing these guys sort of as aggressive as I was expecting a little bit, as I see the 54. Brian Palmer may have already brought it on down pit road. No, he's falling back, though, fairly quickly. Already back to the 21st position, right behind Mr. Fireball Woody. But yeah, I was expecting to see these guys more side-by-side action, rough racing, guys door banging just a bit. But no, they are super calm right now. It's just sort of a piece that I like it. I like the calm, smooth races. These guys can sort of get a feel for each other, like, oh, okay. And plus, it brings out the factor of guys being able to say, you know what? We're going to play this game. Let's go long tires. Let's get some feel, all that. I believe they are looking at maybe 30 laps of fuel. So it could possibly find themselves in a 2-stop position if this does stay green all the way through.
Well, if it stays green, it's going to be about that pit strategy. Who's going to be able to come to pit road? Who's going to be getting in and off pit road clean? 50 to 55 miles an hour, I think, is the pit road speed here. Super, super aggressive in the line. That's where you're going to be starting to find those runs for all these drivers. Fletcher Quigley, one of the fastest drivers out there that we've seen so far. He is there in 9th. Let's roll through the top 20 because that is exactly what I like to do. Bobby Narbrough, he is up 3 spots. There is the 70-plus-year-old man out there driving the 006, having a good day. Fireball Woody off a spot start at 18th. He's in 19th. Dominic Privet, he's going to be there in the number 39. He's battling Seven Crawford and Tony Ressler all together as they are back and forth. Tony Ressler right there in front of him in the 233. The 77 to Seven Crawford right there, right in the mix. Still up 2 spots. He's in 18th. Tony Wrestler up a spot, battling that, trying to keep that position. He is in 16th. Off 4 spots. Joe Tart at the number 48, starting to battle here, trying to keep those tires in check. He is there in 15th off 4 spots. Kerry Moore, the number 84, off the spot, driving the chromed out Michelob Ultra Chevy Camaro there for the Xfinity Series. Mr. Kelva himself, the number 6 machine. There is Texas Kelva. He is he's not on the road. He is at home. He is driving. He was playing Farm Sim earlier, but right now he's up 6 spots from 19th. Robert is right where he started. The number 89 and 12. Sean Kostritza up 4. He started 15th. He's in 11th. Cole Thomas up 4 as well. He's got his hands full in the number 43. He's got Fletcher Quigley right in front of him, who is off 3 spots. Nick Pressey off 5, as those drivers still trying to figure a few things out. Zelezny at the 23. He's tracking down Levi McCartney from 7th. He's up 2 spots, and he's going to make it 3 now as he passes Levi McCartney. I tell you what, they're having a ton of fun here. Levi McCartney falling off pace. These drivers passing on the outside. Cole Thomas has some of the best speed out there right now. The 43 of 7. Zelezny went to 6. Brad Kirby up 5 from 10th. John Capps the 702. He is there in 4th. Matthew Fleming doing a decent job of holding on to 3rd, but he is off a spot, and so is Rule Thane as they track down Tommy D up 3 spots. He started 4th. That's your new race leader as we are 11 laps in. Byron, this is some clean racing, and the top 3 are kind of pulling away.
Yeah, you heard it from Woody early on within the start over the amazing voiceover that you've been able to create. He said, Mr. Tire Saver Tommy D. That's where he is right now, currently taking over that first place position. You're seeing that 60, though, of Rule Thane, and trying to draw him back, trying to at least make some sort of competition. But yeah, you are right about that. They have broken away, I believe, over 2 seconds now on 4th place, which is actually the 10 of Brad Kirby, originally 702 of John Capps, but he's going to fall back 1 position. Guys are now starting to get spread out. Do we sort of see the factor of who's been saving their tires? Yes, it's only 12 laps in, but are we starting to see the factor of who's saving their tires, maybe who's planning different strategies for the late run in the race if it does stay green? As you see, some guys are actually starting to migrate towards that top end of the racetrack, as Larry was talking about earlier, finding different grooves. Well, they're doing it right now, Jason.
Inside-outside moves. Well, there goes the 23 of Zelezny to the inside of Brad Kirby. Kirby up to 4th, but I tell you what, we haven't seen anybody get real loose yet. And the side draft does work in these cars as part of the pre-race that we saw. So you got to make sure that if you're going to utilize that, you're going to be able to hold on to it. That wall becomes real close. 3 wide onto the backstretch. 702 drops low. Man, that was almost a bad situation for him here. Let's go over social medias real quick, because we've had a ton of comments and we've had a ton of reactions. Thank you for all the new followers out there. Dan Phelps, give us a like on Facebook. Harvey Abrams, Jeff Jones, Brian Rinker, Brad Kirby shared the stream on Signature Esports. All the top esports stuff out there, folks. I don't have it, but thank you for all the shares. I do know that it's happening. The stream went ballistic there for a little bit, so thank you very much for all of that. Twitch. Big Daddy D Gaming gave us some love, becoming a follower. Volts fan, of course, giving out 5 community subs. Bears 590 became a follower. Music Free gave us a follow out there as well. Race Fan 16, Kelva rated us. That was awesome. Pix Humor gave us a follow. Mr. Ned Kelly gave us a follow out there. Sammy Harrell following as well. Jump Boost Racing, Ironman Racing. Go Nemesis, Buck in R at Home 34, rated RKO 0507. Thank you for all the new follows out there on Twitch. Keep it up. Thank you for all the subs. You guys took us over 500 over there. Brandon, I know you. That's the tech issues are always a pain in the tuchus. It's awful. Harvey cheered on Zirkle. Let's see. I am here 94,000 different ways, and I appreciate everybody.
Oh, wreck happening.
Is there a wreck? Caution's going to be happening right here.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. Nick Pressey involved. Didn't see what happened there, but he's going to kind of slow down. Here's what's going on here. Ooh, up at both of the drivers up at the wall. Pressey hit the wall hard, came down. The 89 was able to save it. So just some right side damage for Pressey. Oh, maybe. Back it up. There it is. No nose damage, just a little right side. Man, oh man, that was intense.
Yeah, I sort of hit the wall. I think he was trying to keep up with Brad and got in his draft, just pulled him in the wall. I believe I saw Brad find himself in the wall too. So those guys, and then unfortunately collected the 89, but he was able to keep it off the wall. And I think at the end of the day, I'd be glad that I kept my car off the wall versus having to tow it back into the pits. So good save by that 89. Very, very unfortunate for that 94. But guys are now, the question is, to be or not to be, come down pit road or not to come down pit road is the question. And what do you do? Well, what is your pick in this situation, Jason?
My pick is with the extra set of tires that we have, come to pit road. I would expect everybody who can come to pit road. Do just that, because if you think that your tires are not blistering right now, they will be here on this next restart. And just like I predicted, everybody coming to pit road. Now, those two that were just involved, I would not take that fast repair. Like Brad Kirby, he got a little right side damage. I'd sit there in the pits. This is a long track and a long pace lap. I'd put myself in the mix and get and just take a little bit of those repairs. If it's more than 2 minutes, then check that come around, check that fast repair, get back in there and do it. Take those tires.
I like your thinking there. I think that's going to be sort of the strategy that we're going to see all day from these guys, is take advantage of what you have. You said it right. 5 sets of tires. These guys need to take advantage of it, need to use every single piece of it, even if that does bring them down the one. Question is, they got to set themselves for the late run in case, late race caution happens. But as of now, I think the way everybody's been racing, these guys should be fine. But now, does the aggressive factor turn up just a bit, and knowing that we're only 17 in, I believe 20 once they finally get around and get ready to go green. So they've already clicked off 20, have 60 to go, and I believe at least one pit stop between now and the end of the race. They got to strategize, and I think that's going to be your winner, is the guy that's going to be able to strategize, say, hey, you know what, I'm going to make this call. I'm going to be this guy that takes advantage, takes initiative, and moves on down pit road first. That could potentially be our winner. And then again, it's just tires at the end of the day. That's what this track is mainly about, Jason.
The way that I'm seeing it here, if I do the math correctly, in a 2-mile track, if this was full of fuel, they'd be able to get 38 laps on that. 70% of that takes 6 laps away, 7 laps away. So this is still a two pit stop kind of race. One's going to be a short pit. Another one, I mean, we're talking 60 laps between the drivers. You'd be pushing it if you're the leader. So I still think that a splash and go is still going to happen. We watched Cole Thomas come in and take right sides only. The only driver to do that looks like Mr. Kostritza. He did not come to pit road. It's showing me the 46 didn't come to pit road. So I'm curious to see why that didn't happen. But everybody else on pit road doing their thing. Fireball Woody, he's having a clean race. He is there in 15th. When we restart, well, that's who we're going to restart with. We're going to restart with Fireball Woody.
And God, how aggressive do you have to be if you're sitting in the back? If you're one of these guys, and obviously Woody, we were talking with him early on. He's like, oh yeah, I want to get there. This is sort of a race that I can do well in. And he's doing good right now. He's proven it. Obviously seeing a little blink, it may be my end, but we told him, be kind, be cautious of where you're going. No need to be to the front straight away. I tell you what, he's taking the advice perfect right now, sitting where he is, 16th, already gained 2+ positions on his so far. I was looking to advance more. I think we could see that happen from him. He's quick. He keeps his mindset in. I need to stay behind these guys. I need to follow them. That's exactly what his plan is. As green flag is waving, guys are starting to go off and starting to gas it up. I tell you what, Woody trying to battle side by side with the 84 of Kerry Moore already, Jason.
Jeff Jones says, always take rubber. That's the best advice, Jeff. I see you out there. Brandon Ward says, let's go, Brad. McCarty Party trap lap out there. Much love to you. Seeing all the chats. Thank you very much. Woody just trying to take his time, and we're watching on board. Oh, Woody! Ooh. Somebody went up into Woody. And that's exactly what you see, and you see the look on Woody's face. right there as we were riding along with him. Caution, back-to-back cautions right there. We will see what happened as we're going to go back to the main screen here. Man, oh man, let's see what happened here. Like the 6 was there. Let's back it up. We're going to have to back it up just a little bit here, folks. Let's see. A little far chase view might help the situation here. Let's take a look and see. There's a 32 up high. The 6 was there. 6 comes up. Woody drifts down just a little bit, and they kind of get into each other. And then there's just nothing going on right there. A little bit of hard racing, and Woody was just trying to hold on to it there, keep it off the wall. Man, oh man. Oh goodness.
I don't know. From where I'm looking, it looks like it may have been a little bit of netco, but at the same point, yeah, just rough racing early on. Guys trying to battle for position, as you see. I mean, that 6 wanted that side drive. He wanted to be able to pick it up. It looks like netco may have got a hold of them though and sort of spun him. Very, very unfortunate.
And that is kind of what happens there, folks. It is the way of the race when it comes down to it. Fireball having just a little bit of a situation there. Cautions breed cautions, Jeff Jones. You're absolutely right. You're perfectly right there. That's exactly what happens. Cold tires, getting a little bit. Sometimes even with me when I get into the races, I get a little bit nervous on the starts right there because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who's going to stomp on the gas. You don't know who's going to kind of just take it easy. And that right there is huge.
Yeah, the only guy that sort of knows that plan is going to be the leader. He's the only one that knows, okay, here's the plan. I'm going to go here, stomp on the gas. The rest of the guys are just following. And we're like, oh, okay, now I'll go. And then it's just, it's a huge mix-up. And obviously, that's the key point too, is you want to be out in the lead, especially at a race like Michigan where you can sort of create a gap within that restart zone. Actually, I believe these guys go straight off green. So at the end of the day, I don't think anybody sort of gets their own choice except for the front two, knowing, hey, green flag, I'm the guy out in front. I got to step on that gas, and then sort of everybody else from behind. But I was looking here, sitting in position number 3, your winner from last week, the 23 of Trevor Zalesny, currently sitting there. Man, how aggressive he seems to be. Really, really aggressive so far in this race. Started off position number 9. Now he's finding himself position number 3. Could we potentially see him being a threat to these 1-2 drivers later on in this race, or heck, even right now?
Starts and restarts are really important, especially once you start getting into the later forms of this race. Finding the draft package, finding everything that you're trying to work here. That is what's going to be important. 60, 23 inside, 43, 86 outside. Delago trying to get back. Texas, I see your emojis out there. Byron, take them back to green.
Alrighty, the 60 of Rule Thin, like you said, 43 of Cole. These two looking to battle it out. One has 4 tires, one only has 2 tires. We'll have to see which one can prevail. But Pace Car getting ready to pull off. These guys are nearing to the restart zone. 23 looking to back up just a bit, not fully on a 60's back bumper, but green flag is waving. Look at that 23 already getting an excellent jump, getting some help from the 8 of Matthew Fleming. 60 of Rule Thane should have no issues getting out in the lead here. And there you go. 60 now going to battle with the 43. He's going to move up just a slight bit. Going to find himself about mid lane. 23 of Trevor looking below that 43. And man, they are already starting the battle. Guys are starting to get aggressive, Jason.
43 of Cole Thomas. I was curious about the 2-tire stop here. The inside tires don't wear near as bad, but that right front digs into this pavement here. Let's go, TFR Bears. 590 out there. TFR getting some love. 60 of Thane. Back out front, 3 wide. There is a whole lot going on. Tommy D to the inside of the 43. 8 does carry the bottom lane. They're rolling 24 back there as well. The 77 Crawford and Kostritza. They're 3 wide as well. High line moving for everybody. Speaking of the TFR group, there's lots of drivers there in the TFR group, but let's ride along with Mr. the man himself today, Mr. Reese Kelvin, or Rip. There's Rip. He said he's wearing like 10 pounds of makeup.
Oh my goodness. That pretty impressive then, man. Bravo for that. But you can see him currently right behind the 18 of Levi, trying to get some sort of movement on him. Very, very focused in his amazing gear that he's got on. I love it.
Bears 590 says he is. And you hear how much he's out of the throttle. We're gonna ride along here. You're gonna see exactly what he sees here. There's the 18. There is the 89 up there, and right now he's out of the throttle, feather in. Now he's going to carry the line down, try to make the pass on the inside here. You hear the tires squealing, and man, oh man, there to the inside, bottom lane. High line works better here when there's a big draft, but he's there to the inside of Levi McCarty and rolling down the bottom of the racetrack out of the throttle. Trying to feather. You hear the footwork that these drivers are having to do. A little bit free off corner exit, turn 2. According to Larry Mack, that's the worst place to be.
Yeah, he's playing it smart, though. Currently now battling the 43. Whoa. I am just seeing that now. 43 of Cole Thomas, man. He has fallen back a lot. Maybe those right side tires wasn't the best choice, but yeah, Nick's going to make it around him fairly easy, and just the confidence he's got. I love it, and I just can't get over the gear. It's absolutely amazing as he is currently trying to catch the 24 of Mr. Quigley quick as Fireball Woody would say. Yeah, just low and right in that low line. You think at some point he's got to start moving up, right? Because at some point those tires are just going to scrub off, and he's going to find himself close to the wall on the exits.
I do think Mr. Zerko might have had some camera issues there, something going on with that connection. So he's still one of our featured drivers today. So the frame is empty, but he's there in our hearts. And I do want to take a look and kind of see where Fireball's at right now as they are kind of working it here. Fireball there to the outside of his kind of a really good friend of his. Oh, caution, looks like it's not going to come out. Never mind. It flirted with me on my relative over here. I was like, oh, there's a caution? Where's the caution? I don't see any wrecks. It says, nope, not yellow. All right, there's Fireball out there running. All right, folks, back to the main screen. Keep the chats up. I appreciate you very much. Keep all of the likes and the follows. Rule Thane, 0.3 of a second. And now folks are starting to figure out that draft is kind of where it works. Man, why is the yellow flag still? Yeah, that's what was going on. It was flirting with my relative. The yellow flag from our stream was flirting with our relative on the left-hand side. It is a green flag situation here, folks, as you're seeing the 60 do some battling here. Tommy D trying to utilize that bottom lane, and the 8 of Fleming working it. So second, third, and fourth, that is some of the best battling that we have on the stream at the moment. And these drivers are being super. Now we're seeing the aggressive notch turn up.
Yeah, 86 to the inside of the 23, trying to get around him using the bottom lane. Should be able to clear himself off of 4. There you go. He's going to move up. Now the question is, 23 going to back off? Yes, he will. I thought he was going to look for the inside move, but I think he's going to play smart early on. Going to drop back to 3rd place. I tell you what, this 86 wanting 1st place once again. He's now making the hard charge after falling from the back. 23 all the way up the track. Near the wall, 8 of Matthew Fleming going to be able to successfully pass him. How about this? 46 of Sean Kostritza also sitting in that top four's mirror. Currently P number 5, followed behind the 702 of John Caps. Man, John is in a world of his own right now, playing the nice guy right now, but he's trying to catch up to the 46 and 23. Man, that 23 starting to fall off just a bit, but the 46 is going to get to his bumper. Guys are starting the battle left and right. This is where we're going to see the difference between guys that save tires, guys that use tires. And wow, actually, now that I'm looking at it, I believe the 23 of Trevor does have some left rear damage, if I am not mistaken. You see 46 of Sean all the way down to the bottom of the track, got loose out of 2, Jason.
Joe Tardif off 7 spots in 18th. Roberts off 5. Levi McCarty off 11. These drivers are the ones in the back just kind of trying to take it easy. Biggest mover of the race, though, well, that's going to be somewhere up here in this top 5 zone. Seven Crawford was the biggest mover of the race at one point. He was up 12 spots. He is up 9 at the moment. Tony Ressler to 233, driving to the outside there of, I do believe he just made that pass on the 702 of John Caps. He's up 11. Kostritza up 10. And does look like Reese is finally making his way back up there. There's the number 6 trying to make his move. Kelva having a decent day, having to use that early fast repair to make sure his car was up to par. But now he's still rolling. Rule Thane, your leader. He's got some company. Tommy Delago, as the man himself, Fireball Woody, calls him the tire saver. He's catching up. He's right from the draft with the 60. 60 might try to protect here, getting around turn 2 onto the backstretch.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. This man is known to be aggressive. He's going to try everything he can to keep that 86 behind him. I don't know if he wants to do it this early on. Only 33 laps into the race, a long way to go. This 86 hard charging in that beautiful Beef Jerky Unlimited Chevy Camaro trying to catch him. Trying to catch that 60, but it's not looking like he's being able to decrease the gap that he has right now. He's sort of staying right where he is, and this 60, he must have picked up something from the last run, must have learned something, because now he's being able to keep that 86 behind him. But that 86 starting to search towards the bottom lane. Kind of interesting to see that happen with us about maybe 10 laps in this run so far.
So far, so good. Though, look at the wall right there. This is my gyro cam that I like for all of my iRacing cars and trucks. It allows us to see just how close they get to the wall and exactly what they're trying to accomplish. The closer you get to the wall, the less downforce on that right side of the car. So when you get into a corner, you're able to carry here, and it's just a ton of fun. So we're seeing exactly what kind of line they're able to move, and Tommy D really moving his line around just like Larry Mack had suggested.
Yeah, he's playing it smart, like you said. Yeah, it's just, man, I was sort of trying to follow in the draft, trying to keep what he's doing, and you can hear him letting off just a little bit midway through the corner now. Kind of interesting. I haven't seen that typically happen at a track that is so long. Like this track, obviously 2 miles long, which is, it's typically not your typical, what is it called? Speedway. It's typically close to a super speedway, even though super speedways are a little bit longer. But hey, you know what? Like, that's how they're gonna take advantage of it. You can barely hear the fact that they're letting off that gas just a tad, and then maybe applying some brake. I could be wrong, but last time I raced here, you want to go in later in the runs, maybe apply some brakes, allows you to actually turn the corner better. And believe it or not, sometimes getting down the yellow line could help around your car around the edges just a tad bit easier. But he is starting to close in. 86 of Thomas, caution out. Very, very untimely.
Brad Kirby involved in that. We were following along with the 24 and the 233 there. They were having
Unknown reacted with an angry.
heck of a battle going on right there. Brad Kirby having an issue. Let's take a look and see what happened here, folks. Ooh. He got free off the corner there. I'm not sure what that looked like from his cockpit point of view, but we're going to look here. Gets into the corner. He's low in the corner. He's free. He's trying to save it. Oh, and it just catches up into the wall. And man, what a shame there. Woo! Brad Kirby goes around here. He lets everybody get you hear those cars driving straight through, and he's just going to jump to pits and exit his vehicle, exit stage left for a little bit. Not sure if he has a fast repair, but he asked to tow, so that is one of those things. Rule Thane, your race leader. Tommy D's going to be there. Do you go to pit road? Absolutely. That's exactly what happens. Thank you to everybody out there watching on all the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. And while we're under caution, we're going to take a little vocal break. We're going to run some commercials, and I appreciate you. We'll update you on the race status as soon as we get back.
Fairfield Motorsports in Montoursville is your weekend adventure headquarters. Get out and do more. If it's fast and fun and brings smiles to faces year-round, we have it. Our huge showroom is stocked full of new and pre-owned Yamahas, Kawasaki's, Suzuki's, Kymco's, and Argos. Plus, Fairfield Motorsports is the area's only Traxxas retailer, the fastest name in RC. And we have all the parts and accessories to go with them. For all the coolest toys for big girls and boys, visit Fairfield Motorsports in Montoursville, your weekend adventure headquarters.
Thank you to all the sponsors out there, part of the Graham Construction Xfinity Series. Speaking of Graham Construction, make sure that if you're in the middle and western Tennessee area, that if you have any general contracting, you have some residential or custom home needs, make sure that you give them a call. Call 901-301-8268. Ask for Kerry Moore. And his biggest suggestion that he has here is to make sure that that you have a trusted person there doing all your work. So that's one of his biggest things. So make sure that you get in there and you have a ton of fun with that. And make sure that you give him a call if you need anything in the mid and western Tennessee area, middle and western Tennessee area. Somebody came across my headset and I was like, "Who in the world was that?" So apologies about that. It kind of threw me off my game, man. Terrible. Tomorrow night, Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series. Going to be back at it. Fireball Woody looks like he is going to come down pit road here. I think he's going to take an EOL, and that'll put Rule Thane back there on the outside. 23 is going to be there. And man, oh man. Fireball will look like he was taking the green flag there. He was your race leader. Led a couple of laps. Man, oh man. We're going to go back live here, and we will go right along with the number 6 of Kelva here, as they start to rock and roll.
It's actually kind of interesting with that 32. Maybe Doesn't that stop you for a black flag because you entered a closed pit? I believe, but needless to say, the 6 of Reese Kelvin, getting loose, but he's going to be able to save it. How about that? Finding himself position number 8, currently working on the 94 of Nicholas Presti. Man thought he was going to get loose, go around, but no, he's going to keep it straight as they are 3 wide, entering 3 and 4, Jason.
And that's the best camera for it right there. Look at the aggressiveness on the bottom line. 94 right there. Reese Kelva trying to keep it straight, trying to get himself another position here. We're using the bottom line. Everybody's going to pull in. He's going to drop down below the yellow apron, or the white apron there. 77-7 Crawford's going to be there. He's going to be trying to go high. Some folks trying to pass him on the outside, but now he's got some help. There is the 77. Good to see everybody out there. Make sure that you keep everybody in your sights, because some folks look like they were dropping off. Does look like Trevor Zalesny kind of found his low lane there a little quick.
He's finding himself 3 wide again, man. This is the place to be right now, getting all the action going on. 246 Sean getting a little bit loose. You're starting to see guys getting looser and looser now that time is going on. I believe the track is now starting to cool off. I could be wrong. Oh, actually, it's starting to heat up. 110 degrees is the current track condition for these guys. Oh, man, look at that 702 of John laying all the way down on that yellow apron. Guys starting to be aggressive, trying to complete something. But this 6, man, heck of a run so far. As you saw it, 3 wide earlier, 3 wide once again just before now. And, man, 6 of Reese Kelva trying everything he can to gain position back, but that 702 kind of interesting to watch right now. You see him dropping all the way down the apron. You sort of think this is a good move or bad move early on tires.
Early on tires for about 3 laps. Do it. After that, you need to save and conserve. Fireball Woody is out. Let's go TFR, says Bears 590 out there. We're rolling 44 of 80, just over halfway through the race, and it's been a phenomenal one so far. A couple of cautions, but it's all about good racing. And I tell you what, the best racing is happening all over the track. There is not one driver that I can sit here and say that couldn't, over the next 36, so it's going to make it, they're completing lap 44, so we'll have 36 laps to go this time by as 45 is beginning. And Rule Thane still has a whole ton of love with the Beef Jerky Unlimited Chevy right behind him, and he's going to have to defend a couple of positions here. The MK2 Aerospace 23 of Trevor Zalesny right there. Tony wrestling the 233 gets a great jump early on in the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Ford Mustang as the 233 rolls 13 positions and is the biggest mover, but 7 Crawford utilizing that bottom line and trying to put some moves on the 18 of Levi McCarty, the 94 of Pressy. Top 10 is, I'll tell you what, the top 10 is probably moving the best lines that you can see. Folks, if you haven't done it, make sure you give us a like and follow on all of our platforms. And, of course, and always, I always put it up on the screen here as they are 3 wide. I apologize about that, doing that too soon. I was not trying to click on it. Facebook.com/Signature Esports and Topp Esports, TOPP-ESPORTS, and they're wrecking in front of them. It just happened. You saw exactly what we saw, and they are parking lot partied.
And it looked like Tony was trying to race with the 54. 54 made slight contact with him, threw him up in the wall. Just unfortunate for Tony. One of the guys we weren't really talking about. And just now all of a sudden finding himself in a big wreck. He actually, first race he won was Darlington, and now finding himself potentially out of this race. Actually, it could be wrong, may have a fast repair waiting for him, but it's the worst case scenario you want to see happen, especially more than halfway through this race. A lot of work put behind these guys, and just to have it thrown in the wall.
Jeff Jones likes the eyes on the rear of the CTC car. I saw Joe, we'll look at this again. Joe Tardif was coming around the corner. A wreck is happening in front of him. Nowhere to go. He's like, I'm going to pinch it up the wall. It didn't happen. He tried to wall climb like Spider-Man there. We're going to go back. We're going to see exactly what happened here. This is Tony Wrestler and drivers here. I think it was Tony Wrestler was there. Ryan Palmer was right here to the inside. Little far chase view. Let's break down this race. 54-233 side by side here at a 2. 54 really low here, comes up, and was not expecting the 233 to be there. And they are just climbing each other there. The 18 looks like he's got no front clip on his car. And the 48, Joe Tardif comes screaming in. Good boogly woogly. What's this? Says Fireball. You know what, Fireball? It's all good, brother. It's all good. That's what happened. 54 was not expecting the 233 to be right where he was, and they collected each other. Hard racing, exactly what it was. Zalesny's got that left rear damage. You were talking about that earlier. Kind of a little bit of a pop can look, if I do say so myself. Reese Kelva is going to be in third. These drivers not coming to pit road right now. They just came to pit road on 38, and they've only got 10 laps on their tires. Quigley, Crawford, Rule Thane, all these drivers coming off of pit road right now. They just went in and got that extra set.
Going to be interesting to see the difference between 10 lap old tires. We haven't got to see that just yet. Guys haven't really thrown out strategies, but now's the time. Now's the time to start gambling some chips, saying, hey, I'm going to throw this in just yet. Now I'm going to put it all in. I'm going to see what this does for me. And I think it's going to work out well for this 23, 6, and 94. I think obviously staying out's a good choice. Then again, you have that 24 of Fletcher, one of the quicker guys here, that he's going to be aggressive off this start, especially knowing that these guys have old tires right in front of him. Was position number 7, going to find himself position number 4. Great stop by that crew, as I believe a few did fall off. Yeah, I'm sorry, actually 77 of 7 and 24 had excellent pit stops. That's going to bring them up to 4 and 5. And how about that? Some guys we haven't mentioned all night now finding themselves sitting in top 5, potentially finding themselves fighting for the lead.
Kelvin must have a stunt double doing the driving. Well, technically he does.
Yeah.
There he is. There's the man himself. He's got a stunt double. Nod to the hat and everything. Love it. I love it, brother. It's good to see you out there. Thanks for was it 10 pounds of makeup or 10 more? 2 pounds of makeup. There it is. There's the Yellowstone, and he's had a ton of fun. We were watching him stream earlier, and he's having a ton of fun right here. There's what he's doing. He's crazy 10 tons. That's exactly what it is. Go TFR. That's what we're hearing out there. Good to see you, my friend. Got new tires. Good to go. Jeff Jones ready to roll. And I tell you what, I'm ready to roll. We're going to follow along. Oh, let's see. Which driver do we have? We just have Reese. Reese is in. So if Reese is it, Reese is going to be our driver. Goes 77 and 233, says Fireball Woody out there. There is Rip, says Stephanie Gutierrez out there. I tell you what, Rip is getting some love, and there it is. Got the new tires. Make sure you give us a follow out there, folks, on all the platforms. Thank you for tuning in tonight, and we're going to go. Here's a look at him. He's wearing the cowboy hat on stream, but that's a look at the driver's steering wheel right there. Green
Where
flag
Head Richard
waves.
is now following.
The 6 Reese Elba ready to pony up, saddle up, as you would say, currently falling behind the 23 of Trevor. Trying to give him a big old push, looking for that 94 of Nicholas, trying to clear him, trying to be able to create some sort of gap with that 23. Not going to be able to. Reese is going to find himself 3 wide down the backstretch. No. Going to pull it back on down the
21 is now following.
And the 24 of Fletcher. I tell you what, that 77 is starting to get aggressive. That's exactly what Jeff said. New tires got to go. Well, guess what? That 24 of Fletcher getting ready to go. Now he's going to break away from that 6. 3 wide down the front stretch. He's going to be able to create the movement. 24 going to be able to. Man, he is fast right now, Jason.
Hicks Humor, thanks for the follow out there. Appreciate all the new follows right there. Squarehead Richard gave us a follow as well. Much love to you. I always make sure that I get out there and I follow everybody that follows me back. I try to watch what you guys stream if you stream out there. So thank you very much. I'm very, very active in the community, and I try to be as active as possible. So thank you very much. I appreciate every stream, every person that's out there. And look at this 3 wide racing for the lead here. Nobody giving an inch as they come across the front stripe. Cole Thomas is going to be credited with the lead here. He took two. You've never streamed picks? I tell you what, you should get out there and stream. You can stream from your cell phone on Twitch. 4 wide into turn 2. Look at him roll.
Man, I tell you what, this looks like a salute lap with the way these guys are racing right now. They are super, super aggressive. You're seeing 3 wide once again. 702, John Cap's going to be able to clear. That was the one originally finding himself 3 wide, but nobody is giving any inch of space right now. They all want that top dog position. Right now, that top dog position belongs to the 43 of Cole Thomas. I tell you what, if you look from the back of that 43, it's just a huge mess in his mirror, and I love it. That's what I like about Michigan. As you see, 60 got a hold of the 23. 23 is Trevor going to be able to save it. How about that? I thought he was going to go around, going to keep it straight. For this 43, Cole now going to be able to create a huge gap. Very, very unfortunate for the 23. But man, heck of a save by him.
Fix humor. Well, it's still good to have you in the stream. Much love to you. Appreciation all around as you see the 6 of Kelva letting some drivers go by. That was the mess that we saw right behind him. Levi McCarty there in third as they are rolling. Cole Thomas, this is what it looks like behind him. A whole lot of room. And John Capps to second as they are still carrying a huge run as the 43 just kind of walking away from him right here. Cole Thomas, couple of wins in the series. Whoa, Tommy D dropping off stream. Something happened with him. I think he blinked there for just a second. 702 is 7 Crawford in second, or in third here as lap 54 being completed. We're getting close to the Graham Construction 25 lap to go marker here as third place belongs to this driver, and there's still a lot of racing left to go. 10 lap different tires between that 6th place car, but he's up 13 spots, and he's got a whole lot of company. If he can keep a hold of that driver on the high line, there it is. No, I am not driving. I am just calling the race, calling what I see here. Previtt's going to be there in the 9th, and that number 9 car. Making it, I think that's a 39 car. I don't know what his number kind of messed up on me there for a second. And I tell you what, he's holding on. Nope, the guys that you see, when you look at the guy that's driving right here, oh, that's the guy right there. The number 6, that's him driving right there. I'm not driving. I am calling this race. This is him. This is Kelva. My name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports. We're with Topp eSports as well.
39 Dominic.
Man,
So
oh man,
sorry.
they're trying to save everything here. Much love to you. Caution's going to come out. It was happening right in front and right behind all of this. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
So sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you for a second. Yeah, looked like 39 at Dominic, and once again the 233 of Tony finding themselves collected. Man, it looks like they were just hard racing. Maybe the 233 was trying to hold his line. 39 may have came down just a bit. Then again, 23 did look like he came up. I don't know. Looks like it was just a huge racing incident. It's very unfortunate for these guys once again. But yeah, man, caution out once again. What do you do at this point? I think if you come down and pit, you should be fine at this point, right? To make it to the end of the race.
Oh, you'll be fine on fuel. Come down, get those tires. You've got extra sets. Come down and get it. Here's what happened. So they were 3 and 4 wide here. Man, oh man, what's some exciting racing going on? This has been absolutely an insane test of fortitude, so to speak. Jeff says, "All right, Rip, come get these guys and take them to the train station." I think that's a possibility. Here's what happened. Here's the 233. The 23's down low. 39, 23 exiting here. They're 3 wide. 39 comes down. Tap. 233 loose into the grass, trying to hold on, trying to get back. He's free. Gets into the 46. He goes around. He gets the helicopter award. That is a real deal. And he barely taps the wall. What a save from Tony right there. He barely took any damage on the nose of that car, maybe more right side than anything. So he's got his car fired back up, and he's going to turn back around and roll through it. Man, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. It looks like everybody's going to come on down pit road, though. And you were talking about special guests earlier. We thought we were just meeting Larry Mack. No, you got Rip, too. I mean, that's freaking awesome. I love it. Reese can't get over him, man. But yeah, everybody's gonna come on down pit road and get some tires.
He's staying in character, Mr. Rip Wheeler slash Reese Kelvin, the number 6. He is on pit road. He's gonna try to find himself out. Lucky Dog does go around. That will be, I do believe, Tommy DeLago is out. Who is that? Is that Zirkle? Who is going around for the Lucky Dog position? That's who it is. It's the number 61, Anthony Zirkle. He comes around. He's going to get another lap back. He is happy about that because that means he can get another position here if he continues to roll through it. So a nice job by the 61. There's not enough cautions left to put him back on the lead lap, but enough people can wreck out that he might be able to make up some more spots.
Yeah, gotta love his decklet too, man. I love his signatures eSports on the back for you. Beautiful, beautiful race car he's got going on there. Love it. But yeah, I no doubt. Unfortunately, finding himself 15 down, I believe there was an issue with his start. I'm sorry, 14 down. I believe he may have had an issue trying to get his car up and going for the start. But yeah, at this point, I think you sort of run your race, like you said, pick up those positions that guys aren't going to go in and pick up because they've either quit the race or they've just fallen back, like the 8 of Matthew Fleming, 84 of Kerry Moore, 10 of Brad Kirby. A lot of guys finding themselves falling back.
Well, there it is, folks. Speaking of ways to be a part of it, I'm very happy to have my logo all over the 61's car, and I appreciate it. If you guys want to run my logo on your car, I appreciate that. Signature Esports all about community. That's what I built this on. Speaking of community, I went ahead and put our Discord link in the description. Get in there. If you are a Twitch subscriber, each Sunday I give away. You can enter in our giveaway channel to win a free game. Basically, you get a Steam key. We just gave one away to you. You got Phasmophobia, so that means you're gonna get out there and play Phasmophobia with me.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be fun. Especially once I can figure out how to get that attached to my VR. I tell you what, that's definitely gonna be a fun game. I've saw it watched on YouTube. It looks exciting, man.
It's a ton of fun. It's one of my favorite ones out there. The race, though, it's not over. Rule Thane, John Capps, Levi McCarty, the 89 of Doigs out there. Thomas, Crawford, Quigley, Zalesny, Cressy, Kelva. We've got 4 drivers. The front 4 have 10 lap older tires than the rest of the field. This is going to make a big change, folks. Also, if you want to get out there and you want to chat with me, you want to be a part of the Signature Esports community. I call everybody that joins my community a warrior because we are here to support the community, here to support esports as a platform and gamers. It's all about mental health for me, and that's exactly what it is. Big Zerk, I know, buddy, I know, but you still have my logo, and I'm still proud to have you a part of my family. Appreciate you, brother. And get in the Discord. I'm there. I'm pretty much there every day. I'm very active in the Discord. 702, a little bit free on the restart. What's going to happen?
Man, he's got some rear end damage, but yeah, it looked very, very free. Old tires are not fun when it comes to restarts. I tell you what, he's looking to take advantage of that. Only question is, will he have enough fuel to be able to continue throughout if it does stay green? But originally, going back to what you're talking about, family, being a part of the family, you guys happen to have Twitch Prime, you can link it to your, Amazon Prime, you can link it to your Twitch. You get 1 free sub a month. Why not use it on Signature Esports? But this 702 of John, trying to keep the 43 of Cole Thomas and the 89 and 24 as they are looking to go 3 wide for position number 2. Guys are starting to get aggressive. That factor has bumped up a lot. Guys are now wanting that first place position.
Cranking it up to 10. How about we go to 1,000 as they are 20 laps to go here. The Graham Construction Xfinity Series. Michigan 160 has been everything it's hyped up to be. Super speedway racing. This should be a restrictor plate race for the Xfinity Series, but guess what? It's not. And they are running 197 miles an hour into the corner. 43 out front. 89 702 trying to battle Quigley, trying to make it quick in to the inside, getting down to the white. You don't want to drop those tires. You can get very free if you drop those tires below the white line right there. Especially these drivers that are on older tires, they really need to start pushing. 23 is Zalesny trying to make it work, sticking it in 3 and 4 wide. 77-7. Crawford making a move. Crossover there right behind the 702. Now they're working.
Yeah, it looked like 24 may have gave that 702 just a tad bit of a bump, but not enough to really upset the race car. 23 of Trevor going to look for the inside on that 702. One of the guys that stayed out on tires is now maybe regretting his decision. As you see, 2377 going to pass him with ease. Now 23 of Trevor to the inside of that 89 of Mr. Robert Doy, trying to get around him, but not the 24. He's trying to catch that 43. That 43 walked in his hotel, said, "Know what? Never mind. Gonna check myself out." He said, "See you later." Already out to what would be half a second, maybe a second gap over this 24 of Fletcher Quigley.
Quigley's going to have a little help here, though. He's got the draft coming from behind him as Lesney. We're watching the MK2 Aerospace bumper here of the Texas Family MG.com Chevy Camaro here. They are going to have a little bit of work here. 18 laps to go. This race is far from over. You watch Thomas try to break the draft there. That doesn't do him any justice. 57 lap tires. That's exactly where they're at. Reese Kelva falls back a few spots, maybe trying to make a long run out of this, because 20 laps is a long run as they see him right down to the yellow line. That is not the fast line. Second lane up. There are 5 different grooves here. 4 of them are drivable.
Yeah, that bottom lane is definitely not a drivable lane right now. Obviously, listening to Larry Mack early on, he kept saying over and over again, don't get down that bottom lane. It's going to find your race car very, very loose, going to upset it just a tad. The 77 of 7 Crawford did not care at all as we are trying to move over to the 23 here. Let me get over to him. 23 of Mr. Trevor trying to catch in that 24 of Fletcher Quigley, running that mid lane right now. Very, very impressive by him being able to close that gap on the 24. Not going to be able to really create it much, but once he gets behind him, it's just going to be a push factor at that point. You want to catch that leader, and man, that 43 is still pulling away. Impressive racing by everybody so far, but man, they're starting to get spread out.
77-7 Crawford here, up 16 positions, the hard charger of the day. Speaking of hard chargers, folks, if you have not seen one of the new sponsored logos that we did up there, or one of the race designs, not race designs, one of the new sponsors that we've been showing the commercial, Martin Sports. You got to go to martinsports.com. Has some of the best gloves on the market out there when it comes to being driver gloves for sim racing and you can customize your own. So make sure that you go out there and you do that. Enjoy their quality that they have. These folks are absolutely amazing, so make sure that you go and check them out. Thank you, of course, and also to Wolf Pumps. Wolf Pumps is local to me here in Missouri, so they can build any pump for whatever you need. You need a water pump? Do you need a pump for your boat? Do you need a pump for your well? They do it all. So many years in business, just a great company. So make sure you check them out as well. And of course, Graham Construction, the title sponsor here for the Graham Construction Xfinity Series. That is a great construction company that prides themselves on customer service and let you have the knowledge here. Dry sump pumps as well, says Woody. Dry sump pumps, you got to do that. You need a pump built, they will do it. Graham Construction serving Middle and West Tennessee for all your general contracting needs when it comes to residential custom homes, light commercial work. Call Kerry Moore, 901-301-8268. A great little deal. Tommy, you were fast out there, man, and you had to do a hard shutoff, man. That's a shame. You were absolutely phenomenal, brother, and I'm sorry to see that you did that. In-car cam messed up your ping, and now you're a bunch down. Sorry, Zerk. If that was what caused that, then I am terribly, terribly sorry. I didn't want to see anybody having any issues when it comes to in-car cams. 43, 24, 23. That's going to be your top 3 right now. 1.3 seconds off is Crawford. 13 laps to go.
Yeah, 24-23 now attempting to close the gap alongside that 77. He's trying to find himself within this top 3 battle, but this 23-24, look at the lineup. They only need a little bit more tenths of a second to catch this 43, and then it's game on at that point. 3-way battle is what they are going to look at, as it should be full fuel for the rest of the race. Sorry, can't find my words right now. It should have fuel for the rest of the race at this point. Fifth stays green. At the end of the day, it's going to be who's going to have the tires, who's going to be able to get around successfully while saving their tires at the same point. As 24 now to the back bumper of that 43. Battle is going to start to heat up as this 23 also trying to close in, Jason.
not over. This race is not over. It's 11 laps. There's a lot of tire burn-off that has happened. 7, Crawford has an opportunity. Nick Pressey in the 94, he got a win yesterday in the IVRL Pinkett Ford Truck Series. He's looking to try to make a top 5 night tonight. Super proud of the way he's been able to improve. Race fell back a few spots, but he's still up 9. A top 10 drive for this guy. He's got a little bit of catching up to do. 11 laps to go. He's got 4 drivers in front of him that have older tires. The only driver that does not, the 233 of Tony Ressler, who's still just as strong as Anthony Zirkle tries to make it work.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like we said, Anthony finding himself falling back 14 laps. But I tell you what, out of this, he has started position 21. He is up to position 15, gaining almost 6 positions. Impressive night by him. I tell you what, yes, things may have messed up, may have not gone his way, but he's had a successful recovery so far. I tell you what, I'd be able to walk away being proud, saying, hey, you know what? Able to gain positions for the night. But he's now trying to work on that 233 of Tony. As you see, he's making the move to the inside of that 233 alongside that 60. Now starting the battle. Guys are starting to get aggressive. Everybody wants that top dog position. Everybody's now starting to race for positions as we are super, super late in this race. 71 laps in.
Race leader trying to have a good day. And I tell you what, Cole Thomas is trying to stretch it outside, but he wants to see exactly what he's seeing behind him. The 23 and the 24 race side by side. Fletcher Quigley and Trevor Zalesny, both of those drivers, the more that they battle, the more that Cole Thomas can just say, you know, I'm going to check out just a little bit longer. 9 laps to go. You think if you want a chance to win, you're going to have to get yourself out there. As Cole Thomas, he tried to make an early gamble earlier, taking 2 tires on his first pit stop. But when he came to pit road this last time by, 4 tires, he's good on fuel, he's light, he's fresh, he is speed, he is lightning McQueen.
Good chow. There's a reason race cars don't need headlights, because the track is always lit. Unfortunately, this is not one of those tracks that get lit daytime racing right now. But yeah, I think that 43 sort of checked himself out at this point. If this 23-24 can't line up, or if this 23 can find some hidden speed, as I said, he's slowly starting to catch him. We are getting ready to heat up within a mix of almost 7 laps to go. I believe coming to 6 this time across the line.
7 on the line, that's what it said. 7 laps to go. Jeff Jones says, grab your popcorn, this is getting good. That's exactly right. There is the overhead roof cam of the 43 of Thomas, and now Zalesny steps on the gas. Crossover move, tries to find some room. 1, 2, 3. Well, I tell you what, they're having a ton of fun. And you know what? If anything happens with these drivers right here, you know who's looking to pounce. 1.7 seconds back. 7 Crawford looking to have a good day. There is that Ford Mustang, but right up front, 3 Chevys try to battle it out. Fairfield Motorsports on the 24, MK2 Aerospace on the 23. And I tell you what, the Douglas Distributions all over the 43. These 3 Chevys are nose to bumper, bumper to nose. They call it elbows and a-holes. And now I tell you what, that's exactly what these drivers are. But the 23 makes a move to the inside, trying to take some line away. 24 is going to be able to give a shove. 43 is not going to be able to get there. 23 is going to be down low and into turn 3. Crossover move. Nope, not yet. I don't know if he's going to have enough pace. 43 carries the second line. Fastest line around the racetrack. That's that line right there. You're seeing a move.
It's starting to heat up, man. It's starting to look like the championship 4 race that happened at Phoenix. Guys are starting to get aggressive. I'm sorry, Phoenix in real life. These guys are starting to make it like that. The fact that they are battling side by side, continuously refusing to give up positions. This is what it's all about. This is what it all comes down to. Guys are trying to fight for their position at this point. They want their win. If they're not locked in, this is what they're fighting for. They're fighting for a locked in into the playoffs. You see 24 of Fletcher looking for the outside of that 43. 43 gonna move him off the track. He said, no way, Jose, not gonna happen today. 23 of Trevor looking to capitalize on that 2 wide right now. Is he gonna make it 3 down the front stretch? No, he's gonna play smart. 43, 24, side by side. Guys are refusing to give up position. Man, it looks like slight contact, but I could be wrong. Maybe a little bit of Doring. There you go. Doring 24. Fletcher gonna fall up the track. Wow. I possibly just threw away the race with that one, and that is now gonna leave 43-23 the battle on. But like you said, don't count out that 77 of Seven Crawford just yet. He's looking to steal position number 3 away from that 24.
Colt Thomas trying to protect his lead. 4 laps to go here. 23 just kind of backed off, let those two kind of battle. He's going to be high line running here and might be able to make a pass. He's going to lead this time by Zalesny is your new race leader with 3 laps to go. Quigley they got a little bit of door contact there. That was a heck of a run. Fletcher back just a little bit. Seven Crawford trying to close the distance. He's in his draft package, and that might be able to work for him. But there's still, we're talking 6 miles still left here. 2-mile track. It is a long way around this track. 41.5 seconds is still a long way to drive. And right now, Zalesny trying to pull away from the 43 of Thomas. I think the 43 of Thomas protected so much, he might have burnt his stuff up because 0.4 of a second. And gaining is Zalesny. 3 laps to go. We're going to make it 2 this time by.
Looking to get his win back-to-back races. This 23 of Trevor. Obviously, race not far from over. Like you said, we still got a long distance to go. Race ain't over until that checker flag flies. But I tell you what, this 23 looking hungry, wants another win, especially after what happened last week. The 43-24, everybody looking equal distance right now. Got to close that gap or else it's going to be way too late nearing this white flag.
As they come around, going to be a ton of everybody's fun. 23, 43, 24. White flag's going to wave here at Michigan. iRacing.com for your new membership. Black Friday sales go up here in the next couple of weeks, so make sure you check out your annual subscription as Zalesny leads here, half second over Thomas. Last-ditch effort as Thomas goes right to the bottom of the racetrack. Levi McCarty had to go to pit road. 43 right there. I think Quigley wants another lap here. He wants another spot. He's going to try to make it move to the outside. Zalesny into turn 3. Cole Thomas to the bottom. 24 of Quigley. Slide job into the 43. Forces the checkup. Who's going to be able to finish? 43 up into the wall. Cole Thomas will finish third as Zalesny wins it here. I believe Seven Crawford actually just took over third as Cole Thomas up the wall. 24 Quigley makes that pass. Zalesny wins it here in clean fashion. Last lap pass for second for the 24. And Seven Crawford able to get around and finish third.
Man, what a race. Guys obviously finding themselves battling side by side. But the highlight of highlight of this race has to be that 23. Being able to make that successful pass after seeing that 24-43 get into it and throw him up just a tad, but enough to allow this 23 to capitalize. And I tell you what, he took it and ran. Gone, said, see ya, bye-bye. And that's the end of the story. 23 able to pick it up. Obviously, this is not it, though. We do have post-race interviews, and following tomorrow night, we still got more action at Texas.
Texas Motor Speedway for the Beef Jerky Unlimited Truck Series tomorrow. Make sure you tune in, join the Discord, be a part of the community as well. But also give us a like and follow on all the platforms. 23 of Trevor Zalesny, the MK2 Aerospace, making a back-to-back wins here as he's going to burn it down, celebrate it here, tear that car up. GG's, Eric out there. Good to see you, Eric. In the last few of my streams, I appreciate you very much. Appreciate everybody doing what they're doing as they're going to burn it down. And we're going to go over the race results really quickly. Officially, unofficial, depending on, they do have penalties in this, in every league, as they should. So, barring anything, that is the qualifying results. Why in the world does it do that now? I don't understand. Trevor Zalesny is going to be a race winner. Fletcher Quigley finishes second. Seven Crawford in third. Cole Thomas, Nick Pressey, Robert Doig, and Wrestler finished fifth, sixth, and seventh. Real thing. Reese, top 10 night for him as Rip does his job, right? John Caps finishes 10th. Previtt, Narborough, Kostritza, McCarty, Zirkle, Delago, Joe Tardif, Ryan Palmer, all the way down to 18th. There's a look at the rest of your race results. Thank you to James out there running the numbers for us. That is brought to you by Fairfield Auto. Don't tear the car up. I got to get pictures of you burning out. Great run for TFR, says everybody out there. Everybody showing some love for the TFR Racing Group. Travers Zelesny, buddy, oh buddy, oh buddy, oh buddy, oh buddy. Tell me about your race. That was incredible.
Oh man, at first I did not know how to run this track. I qualified. I don't even know where I qualified. I think I was ninth. I just kind of followed Rule's line because Rule in the 60 car was just kind of pulling away from me on that green flag. So I started following his line, and then I turned my brake bias down a little bit, and then after that, I really started to pick up the pace. So me and Kelva were talking, and we figured out how to form a strategy to set ourselves up if there would have been a caution at the end. But then after me and Fletcher ran down Cole, I was just kind of sitting in third, just kind of watching it happen, and then I started picking him off. But overall, that was a great race and a good learning experience on this track for me. So it was pretty fun.
It looked like a ton of fun there at the end, the last 5 laps. I want to say last 5 laps, last 13 laps between you three were just intense. It seemed like everybody had the super aggressive push, but not just the super aggressive push, the ultimate draft line to be able to try to work together to get, because I tell you what, Cole had a lead on you guys for a while there.
Yeah, he really did. But the fresh, we had like, I don't know how many laps there were, but I think we had like 5 laps fresher tires. So over the long run, we started being able to catch up to him and started to do something. But in that short run, with everyone having cold tires, it's hard to make moves on anybody without getting loose.
I tell you what, man, it worked out really well. Congratulations on another back-to-back win here. And it's going to be a ton of fun to see what you do next week. Try to make it 3 in a row. Trevor, give your shout-outs out there. It is your time to shine.
Just our sponsors. We got MK2 Aerospace, our main sponsor on the car. Always a beautiful paint scheme to see on the track, I think, personally. But we also got Beer Nuts, Douglas Distributing, TexasFamilyMG.com, and 3D Energy.
I appreciate you, my friend. It's always good to see you, and congratulations, of course, on the race win here. We will move it on down. We'll let Mr. Quigley go to our good friend Byron over here.
Well, Mr. Quigley quickly, as Mr. Fireball Woody would say, finding yourself P number 2 after slight contact with the 43, trying to battle for the lead, and then sort of fell off. 23 was able to drive away, but man, one heck of a night for you, Fletcher, being able to recover, find yourself P number 2. Walk us through that race, man.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to have any type of shot there. I mean, it was like, back-to-back weeks where I practiced, just way off the pace and just sort of put it together. I kind of saved the first half, and that was a really fun battle with both TFR guys there, Cole and Trevor. And I don't feel bad that I got into Cole there. That's obviously not what I intended to do, and I know he knows that we're racing hard, and I'm sure we'll talk about it. So hopefully he's not too pissed off there, but. It was just a fun battle. I mean, all 3 of us just going back and forth, and it's just so hard to pass here. So, happy with the P2. If you would have given me P5 and let me sit at home, I would have been happy with that. So, I'm definitely pleased with this result, and yeah.
Well, being able to take away P2 tonight, walking in next week, you got Bristol. What's your plans walking in? Obviously, Bristol being short track racing, huge difference between those two.
Yeah, survival for sure. Short track racing with this group can either go, incredibly smooth, and everybody, like, somehow we always race Darlington, no cautions, but, hopefully it stays clean, and, there's definitely going to be some contact though, and one faster pair is going to be a little tough for everybody, but I'm looking forward to it though.
There you go, man. Before we let you go, you got anybody you think out there?
Fairfield Auto Group, Fairfield Motorsports. Big thank you to all the teammates, Abram, Levi, and Zerk. Big thank you to Abe. He jumped in late in the race and was kind of spotting for us, and it's kind of helpful because for some reason some of these guys are taking like 4 wide after restarts, which was just really tough with 30 laps to go, but kind of saved our butt a few times there, so I appreciate it for him.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. 24 of Fletcher Quigley finding himself P number 2 tonight.
But I told him what made him laugh was I told him it looked great, though. It's what makes for a great stream, even the big wrecks and all of that. But last but not least, the man of the hour, last lap pass for third here, Mr. Seven Crawford, 77.7. How you doing,
Oh,
brother?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm doing real good. I didn't expect to actually be here. I've been avoiding you guys for a while, it felt like. Yeah, it was real fun, actually. Like, this whole race was real fun. I was expecting it going into it. For once, I didn't have any issues, like, towards the end, because only had an issue in the front, or in the beginning of the race. Yeah, it was in fourth. It was so hard to just catch up to him, like, without the draft. I was really worried about the car behind me. Like, me and him were running about the same lap time. He was catching me, like, barely. But the 3 cars up front, they were pulling away. And then it was awesome just watching them. Then I got lucky, real lucky at the end, just getting past Cole. But yeah.
I tell you what, you still had a fast car all night. We were able to watch you kind of pick your lane. Being a multi-group track like Michigan, almost a super speedway style race here, was it easier to find your way if you had clear space, of course, because it's hard to find clear space whenever you're in a big pack. But was it able to kind of move
Unknown
yourself
reacted
around?
with a like.
Actually, I think there was, like, up front.
Unknown
There
reacted
was
with a
obviously
like.
it was kind of single file because you had to be to have, like, the speed. But in the pack, it was actually like, you could move around if you needed space up top. I was really loving the top, finding a lot of speed up there, getting clean air up there because everyone was kind of filtering down to the bottom. And then whenever I would see somebody up top, there was some cars that they were running the top good enough to where you were, like, stuck on the bottom and you really, like, you were being held up kind of, and then finally after a few laps they would let you by. But it was like, it was really good back in the pack. Up front, it is what it is. It's always like that. But that's NASCAR, baby.
It was a ton of fun, and Mr. Woody out there giving you props. KP, good to see you out there, Mr. Kelly Pointer. Hey, you missed. You didn't miss a bad race. It was a great race. So definitely go back and rewatch it. I appreciate you, my man. Seven, congratulations, and of course, I always like seeing what you do, and like seeing new faces. I like talking to you guys. You guys are amazing. This is what that able to make you guys feel like $1 million. And speaking of $1 million, make sure that you give your shout outs out there.
Yeah. Shout out to my family. Shout out to Wolf Pumps, baby. Shout out to my teammates. Both of them had issues, which was unfortunate. But hey, I feel like it's been happening to us a lot recently. But shout out to the beef jerky. I had beef jerky recently, and this was actually, like, I have it in my hand right now. It was actually really good. So shout out that.
Beef Jerky Unlimited. You got it. You got a new sponsor there. That's exactly what I want to see. That's exactly what it is. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.
Perfect interview. Perfect.
I like it. That's what it is. That's James Woodard out there. That's who you're hearing. The Pat McAfee Show on the 77. He's P3, and what a great race that was. Trevor Zalesny is going to be your race winner, the Bennington driver, having a decent day. He was able to make the last 5 laps work to his advantage and got himself around. Thank you to Graham Construction. Thank you to Martin Sports and all the gloves that are over there. Thank you to Wolf Pumps. Thank you to all the folks over at Topp eSports for inviting me over to help out here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Stephanie. You're amazing as well. Thank you to all the folks over at Topp eSports for tuning in as well. All the platforms, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, for those for Topp eSports. But of course, my name is Jason. I am with Signature Esports, and I appreciate all the new love that this combining of the two platforms on Tuesday and Wednesday has provided. So much love to you. Thank you very much. Rip approves, says, great job, Texas. I love you, buddy. We're going to have to do something together. You and I are going to have to, like, co-stream, and we're going to have to do something because you're my kind of you're my kind of cowboy there, brother. That's what we were talking about earlier on your stream.
Little farming simulator.
Yeah, that's what it is. Texas all the way. All right, folks. Love and appreciate you. We're definitely going to be able to see you here very soon. Tomorrow night we're going to be Texas strong. We're going to be driving the Beef Jerky Unlimited trucks over there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Give us a like, give us a follow on both sides of the stream. Join my Discord, of course, and get into that Discord because I want to talk with you folks. I want you guys to get in a game with me because when I'm not calling broadcasts, I'm out here gaming. I'm enjoying myself, and It's all about being a community. I want to build the biggest community out there over at Signature Esports. And Topp Esports is going to have one of the best broadcasts that you're going to be able to see. We're going to improve everything to be one of the biggest and one of the best, and that is exactly what I want to see. I always say it at the end of my broadcast, and from all of us over here at Signature Esports, Byron over at Topp Esports, and all the folks that were here driving tonight, iRacing.com, thank you very much for being who you are, about having this great simulator for us to be able to do this with. We love you, and if I don't see you, have a good afternoon, good evening, and a good morning.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brad, and you are live on Topp Esports and Signature Esports.
Hey, this is Fireball Woody here. Good boogly woogly, let's go racing!
Here they come. Fans are all on their feet. Green flag is in the air.
Is it going to be a 2-tire stop, 4-tire stop, or are they just going to push through the mud? Maybe just do a splash and go get out there. Try to finish this race. Just in two shakes.
Look, they're hard in turn one. Look out. All right, y'all better look out. Here comes Tower Saver, Mr. Tommy D.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, and we are ready to go racing live from Iowa Raceway. Some of the best racing on iRacing.